So for rehearsal tonight, before we start our rehearsal, we will briefly explain the flow of the event and what tasks that each committee need to do. So to explain the task, I would like to invite our program coordinator of the program, Brother Nabil, to explain a bit about what the committee need to do during the event. So please welcome Brother Nabil.
Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Can everyone hear me?
Yes.
Okay, I'm sorry because I have a sore throat, so my voice is a bit funny. Okay, first, introduce again. My name is Nabil Ahmadi. Okay, I may not be in the first meeting, okay, but I will be the program coordinator. Okay, so first I will explain the flow of the program. Okay, we start by the preparation of the day. Okay, so we start the preparation at 10:30 a.m. Okay, in the morning, where all the committees will enter, and the person who in charge of who will be the admin for the Google Meet will have to enter early to admit the committee. So I think the person who will be the admin is the person will be in charge will be Shabil, right? Shabil will be admin for Gmeet. Am I right? Okay.
Yes.
Shabil will be Shabil akan masuk awal, akan stay dalam Gmeet tu untuk admit committee. Okay, and then kita akan buat we will start the preparation until all the preparation, check the technicals, the backdrop and the YouTube live until 10:45, where we will start broadcast the YouTube live and also start admit the participant. Okay, and I think that will be the ideal time for our respectful speaker to enter the meet. I think right, Riza, 10:45. Okay, so actually we will start admit participant around 10:45 until 10:50 right late, and we will start the YouTube live will start at 10:45, and also the backdrop will be broadcast while waiting for the participant. Okay, and then we will start the event at 11, where the our MC Hazira will start the event by giving the opening remarks. Okay, and at this time, the person who is in charge of YouTube live, I think Zawani, right? Zawani will have to pin. Okay, you know, right? Pin features of Gmeet. Okay, so since you are handling the YouTube, you have to pin Hazira who is talking at that time, so that the participant can see her face. Okay. So okay, and then after the opening remarks, the MC Hazira will remind the participant to open their cameras, and ensure their mic is muted. Okay, and also will ask the participant to download the virtual background. Okay, and when Hazira mentioning about virtual background, Spectre in charge, I think my son, right? My son. Sorry, the dogs. Okay, my son will have to share the virtual background link in the chat box. Okay, I think you can get the link from our Google Drive. Okay. Betul kan, my son? Oh,
yeah. Yes.
Yeah, okay. Right. So, and then we will do this until approximately around 11:05. Okay. And then after at 11:05, MC will invite Brother Bukhari for the doa recitation. Okay, so when Brother Bukhari is reciting the doa, okay, Sister Zawani will have to pin Brother Bukhari at the YouTube live. Zawani, faham ke? Pin macam ni? Okay, tadi. Okay, tak apa, yang pin tu tak penting sangat. Okay, so and then after Bukhari done reciting doa, we will continue at 11:10 like that. MC Hazira will start introducing the speaker, and at this time, the prep tech will have to display the I think we have speaker poster, right? So prep tech will have to we have to present the speaker poster while Hazira is introducing our speaker. Okay, and then after that we will invite our speaker to give the talk around 1 hour until 12:10. Okay, till 12:10. So during that 1 hour, my son will have to launch, I think, two times the virtual background link, the attendance link, and also the what members requirement, members
The recruitment link.
requirement. Okay, so I think the link will be prepared. Is it ready?
Yeah, the link I see is already been prepared.
Okay, already prepared. So I think the suitable time will be at my son will launch this link in the chat box around 11 around 11:45. Okay, around 11:45, and at the end of the program, I think. Oh yes, 11:45 and at the end of the program. Okay, so after 12:10, after speaker finish the session, we will continue with the Q&A session. So the Q&A session will handled by Hazira. Hazira will lead the Q&A session. Starting on 12:10 until 12:35. Okay. Okay. And after 12:25, we will have a photography session. Okay, photography session with the speaker as well as the participant. So at this time, Hazira will need to ask participants to open the cameras and apply the virtual background so that we can have a group photo together. Okay, and I think one of the Pak Pro will be in charge of the photography session. Okay. Also, I forgot to tell that during the event from start to end, one of the Pak Pro will have to take some screenshot for report. Okay. So I think you decide among you who's gonna take the screenshot and who's going to handle the photography session. Okay. Alright, and then after photography session, we will the event will end. Okay, so will end around 12:30, right? That 12:30. So when at the end, after the photography session, the director in charge of YouTube, Shabil, will have to end the live stream. Shabil or Zawani? I think Zawani. Okay, Zawani will have to end the live stream. And okay, that's all. We'll have the live stream, but all the other committee will have to stay in the Gmeet for postmortem. I think that's all for me. Anything unclear?
Is it done, Nabil?
Yeah. Jelas, eh? Okay.
Is there any question? Or if there's any unclear thing on the committee?
Yeah.
So far so clear, right? Okay.
Actually untuk yang ke YouTube tu, Syabil bukan Wani. Khalid.
Okay. Nabil, please take note.
Okay. Sorry.
Okay, so thank you, Brother Nabil, for explaining the flow of the event. So I think we can start our rehearsal. As Brother Nabil being said, 10 minutes before the event, around 10:45 or 10:50, we will start displaying the background music. So this is as display in the Google Meet. This is the background music for the event. So can SITCIUM try to pass some music? Try. Who's Zawani, right, in his SITC? Try pasang lagu tu, nak dengar audio bunyi ke tak? Okay, so the audio is already clear. So MC, you may start. Hasriza. Not Hazira, Hasriza. Open your mic. Oh my. Wait, you can. Fidas, I want to reconfirm back with you. For your slide presentation, you will present it yourself, right? As you have been told me before.
Yeah, I will do it myself.
Okay. But can you also give us your slide in case if you have any problem with your technical problem, so our committee can cover it for you.
That would be great as well. Tomorrow I'm going to give it to you.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Okay. So Asriza, you may start.
Okay. Assalamualaikum. Before program begin, I would like to remind you to ensure that your mic is muted except during the Q&A session, and if possible, turn on your camera throughout the program. Please download the virtual background that is provided in the chat box. As a reminder, don't forget to fill in the attendance and feedback form. I would also like to remind all of you that there will be a photography session at the end of the talk. Thank you for your cooperation. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. A very good morning to all our fellow brothers and sisters. First and foremost, I would like to take this opportunity to thank each and every one of you here for waking up early and spending your morning with us here today. Now, we will officially begin our long-awaited event. It is a great pleasure and privilege for me to welcome all of you to this momentous event. Praise to Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala for our health that we are able to gather for our program today. We highly appreciate your presence in attending this event. I am Noras Riza binti Abdul Wahid, your MC for today. In order to get this blessing, I would like to invite Brother Bukhari for the dua recitation. Please, welcome.
Bismillah. Dengar ke? Hello?
Dengar.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alamin. Wassalatu wassalamu ala ashrafil anbiya'i wal mursalin wa ala alihi wa ashabihi ajma'in. Allahumma ighfir lana dhunubana wa liwalidina warhamhum kama rabbawna shighara. ولآبائنا ولأمهاتنا ولأجدادنا ولجداتنا ولمشائخنا ولمن أحسن إلينا ولجميع المسلمين والمسلمات والمؤمنين والمؤمنات الأحياء منهم والأموات. اللهم اغفر لهم وارحمهم وعافهم واعف عنهم وأكرم نزلهم ووسع مدخلهم واغسلهم بالماء واحشرهم مع الصالحين. O Allah, Lord of the universe, in conjunction with the organization of One Man on Industry 11.0, the acceptance of technology solution in digital halal ecosystem today, we raise our hands to you to ask for permission, mercy and blessing as well as the guidance of the Quran, which you have always preserved under the greatness and your majesty. We ask you to be given the right path in all matters of life for happiness in this world and in the hereafter. O Allah, God who is perfect and full of glory, we ask for your mercy. May you be blessed with the blessings of excellence, stability, prosperity, and continuous security, and ask for your protection from all evils and shame. We also ask to be spared from all forms of weakness and disobedience. Indeed, we have no power and strength except with your help, the most great. We are also devoted to this beloved religion, nation, and country. Allahumma a'inna ala zikrika wa shukrika wa husni ibadatik. اللهم إنا نعوذ بك من الهم والحزن ونعوذ بك من العجز والكسل ونعوذ بك من الجبن والبخل والفشل ونعوذ بك من غلبة دين وقهر الرجال. اللهم إنا نسألك سلامة في الدين والدنيا والآخرة وعافية في الجسد وزيادة في العلم وبركة في الرزق وتوبة قبل الموت ورحمة عند الموت ومغفرة بعد الموت. اللهم حمل علينا في سكرات الموت والنجاة من النار والعفو عند الحساب. ربنا عليك توكلنا وإليك أنبنا وإليك المصير. ربنا لا تزغ قلوبنا بعد إذ هديتنا وهب لنا من لدنك رحمة إنك أنت الوهاب. ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار. وصلى الله على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه وبارك وسلم والحمد لله رب العالمين.
Amin amin ya rabbal alamin. Thank you, Brother Bukhari, for the dua. May Allah bless this morning knowledge sharing session to go on without any interruption or obstacles. Inshallah. Before we move to the most waited moment, I will briefly introduce our beloved guest, Dr. Firdaus Fani Putra Perdana, who is currently working at the Supply Chain Integratability, Feasibility and Transoperability shift and staying in Sakarya, Turkey. He holds a PhD in halal industry, for which he acquired the title from Inhat IIUM. In 2019, he was awarded with the Best Student Doctor of Philosophy at the 35th IIUM Convocation Ceremony. Previously, he also completed his bachelor degree in chemical engineering, a master degree in industrial engineering, and MBA in industrial management. The variety in his educational backgrounds allows him to understand people and research from many different perspectives. We are very thankful and appreciate Dr. Firdaus for accepting this invitation and giving us an opportunity to learn from his experiences. Thus, we feel delighted to have an amazing speaker for today's sharing session. And now, let's have a glimpse on One Man, One Industry Talk Series 11.0, uncovering the potential of the halal supply chain in improving global halal ecosystem. A friendly reminder for all, we will have a Q&A session after this, so feel free to flood the chat box with any question. Okay, now, get ready to be mesmerized, as we have invited a very special guest,
Is Hasriza freezing, or is it my internet that is not working well?
Uh,
Can you hear
Can I
me?
just continue with?
Sure,
yeah.
sure, please. Because I didn't hear any voice.
Thank you so much for. Okay. Thank you so much for this enchanting sharing session, Dr. Firdaus. Thank you for this meaningful and beneficial sharing based on your experience. Okay, now, ladies and gentlemen, we shall proceed to our next session. In this Q&A session, if you have any question, you may drop it in the chat box or open your mic to ask your question. Thank you for your insight, Dr. Firdaus. If you guys enjoyed today's session, please type any emoji in the comment section. Thank you for the responses. Everyone, we are now at the end of our session. On the behalf of the organizing committee, I would like to apologize for any shortcomings. Before we end, I would like to remind you to stay in the meeting for a while for the photography session. And once again, don't forget to fill in the attendance and feedback form given in the chat box. We will highly appreciate if you guys join us in SITC IIUM family. The membership is in the chat box. You guys are warmly welcome to SITC as we will organize more and more beneficial program for all of you. We are now at the end of our event, and let's take some pictures for memories. We would like everyone to open a camera and present us with your biggest. It has been such an honor to be here with you guys. We hope to see you again soon. Now, we are at the end of our event, and I would like to thank everyone again for coming and making this program successful. Wabillahi taufiq wal hidayah. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Have a very good day.
Okay, thank you. So far, for Dr. Firdaus, is there any comment you would like to make?
Yeah, actually, I'm a little bit concerned about putting the video on YouTube, and it's gonna be live, and there's a chance that I might say something that is inappropriate or something that is not supposed to be said. So I have a concern about that. And yeah, let's say I'm mentioning certain brand when it comes to halal violation or something like that. So I don't feel comfortable with the YouTube thing actually.
Oh, so, is it okay if for the talk we just record it and upload it in YouTube, or if supposed to there's no involvement in YouTube at all?
Here's the thing, because as long as someone can edit that,
Yeah.
or maybe you can do YouTube, but I don't want to be responsible for anything. So you need to give me a letter of contract or something like that I'm not going to be responsible for any if anyone sues that. So the thing with YouTube and social media and everything, and in halal industry sometimes we are dealing with something sensitive. Yeah, that's my only concern actually. I don't have any problem with YouTube, anything like that, but in case I might have said something, or I might have mentioned something that I'm not supposed to, or something similar to that. I'm a little bit worried, more like worried. I don't mind the YouTube thing, but as long as I am given the liberty not to be involved in anything like that after. Yep.
Yeah. I understood. Maybe
has there anything like that in the past? I don't know. Sometimes when we have a talk, we we need to be careful and anything like that. And sometimes when I talk or when someone actually asks question, I'm not gonna be able to control. And as much as I'm trying my best to stay calm and everything like that, sometimes I might have said something that that could be problematic. Mhm.
I understand your concern. Before that, I want to ask Brother Maisan, since the president of SITC is actually Brother Maisan. So,
Right.
Maisan is here also. So, can I ask about your opinion on how?
So, alright. So basically, on the concern on the YouTube, uploading to YouTube, your concern, like for the question and answer, the whole thing basically.
Oh, so your voice is breaking.
Alright, can you hear me now? Is it clear? All right.
Yeah, it is better now.
All right. So my question was that the concern regarding YouTube uploading to the whole thing, or is it based on the question and answer? Because when students ask about the halal stuff, their opinion, right?
Okay, it's not about opinion. Sometimes, let's say an issue with McDonald's in certain countries, something like that. Sometimes when we talk about halal industry, we may have to come up with something like that. And I don't want to be responsible of like spilling the beans or like saying something that I'm not supposed to, and I could get sued at the end of the day for the sake of this talk. So I don't want that. That's why I don't want this on YouTube. Do you understand what I mean, Brother Maisan?
Yeah, I got it. So we have the option that we if it's like we don't need to post it on in the YouTube, or if we want, we can edit the portion. But as there are some controversial, as you said, that some speakers, I mean the way the topic goes, it's an open topic, right? So if you are not comfortable, then we don't need to post on YouTube. If it's the concern is high risk there.
Yeah, basically that. Like I don't have any problem except for if there is something controversial that, and I don't want to be responsible for that. Basically, just that.
Maybe for my suggestion, maybe in the YouTube Live we can make a disclaimer. So like we write a disclaimer, this is just the opinion, and it just
we cannot just do that actually. Yeah, actually that's why I'm a little bit worried about YouTube Live thing. The thing is, I try my best not to say anything, but sometimes probably the respondents or the viewers, that they would have like some kind of questions, and I accidentally say something. It's a risk that I'm not willing to take.
Yeah.
Unless like you give me like a contract or something like that I'm gonna be given liberty, or like I'm not gonna be held against anything regarding that.
I see. So, Maisan, can we just make it in Google Meet and not try not to involve YouTube at all, or what do you say?
Yeah, we can do that. For this session, what we can do is just only we can present in Google Meet, because as I'm not sure about the giving under the contract, right? As you say.
Okay, well, what about this? Maybe like let's do it this way. we do Google Meet first. We can record, but for instance, if there is no issue, there's nothing controversial in the topic or in the talk, then we can proceed with YouTube. But like if something gets heated up and there's something controversial said during the talk, then maybe we can skip the YouTube. So that's
okay, I see. So from your concern is there's during the event there's no YouTube live. We can just record it in the laptop. But after the event, if what we see that the talk is getting neutral,
if everything is safe, then
nothing controversial, then we can
to have you upload that on YouTube. It should be no problem.
Sure, we can do that. Okay, so for the practice that should be in charge in YouTube, your task is changed to just record the talk to record it in your laptop and keep it until we review it back. If we see the talk is there's nothing controversial or nothing there's nothing controversial, so we can just proceed. So, okay. So
yeah,
he said right. So there's the solution is there. Okay. Okay. And then any comment, Doctor, about the rehearsal?
Actually, I have no comment about the rehearsal. It's just like actually I would have wanted to present a bit, but I don't think you guys have time like over there. Anyway, I mean I have my presentation ready. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that like later. It's just probably it's gonna be a little bit sketchy. I have not presented in public for a long while, so yeah, I hope I still can pull it off. But if there is something not so perfect and not so good, then I would like to apologize in advance.
And so far for the flow of the event, do you already see the flow, Doctor, on how it goes?
Yeah, I think I'm only affected by Hasriza, I suppose. I will not be affected by anyone else in general. So it should be okay. So basically it's gonna be like Hasriza says something and then I'm gonna present and it's just gonna close. Is there any way that we can make it like more interactive? Like maybe like once in a while we can have questions instead of like letting me finish, because it's gonna be boring. I swear, it's like 1 hour. In my perspective, it's gonna be boring if I'm gonna be talking and people will be listening. And yeah, I mean, if I were them, I would sleep.
For that, it is subject on your flexibility, Doctor. If you want to make it more interactive, you want to engage with the parties, then yeah, the floor.
Yeah, but like I cannot do it alone because I'm gonna focus on my presentation. I'd be happy when someone actually jumps in and you know and ask questions, but well, my worry is this: like if I do that like 1 whole hour, and then people ask question later. First, it's gonna be like a lot to take, and second, I think it's gonna be too tiring for the audience. So I would need like a Hasriza help, maybe a little bit, like or maybe like after I have shared the PPT, maybe we can I don't know, divide it into like 5 smaller topics or something like that. Then some people can ask questions and yeah, make it more interactive in that way.
Usually, doctor,
Mhm.
basically the participant, even our past experience for the series before this, our speaker would like to try to be interactive with the participant, ask question, like you said, ask
Mhm.
question and hoping to get the response. But most of our participant is kind of quiet, and if they do respond, it is the most that they would only respond in the chat box.
I see.
So most of them would not like to open their microphone actually.
Okay, so the problem is this, because it's gonna be 1 hour talk. If it is just 30 minutes, maybe it should be acceptable. But 1 hour, I guess I don't want to put myself in that kind of spotlight. Like, it's quite embarrassing, you know. I mean, like to talk and nobody listens, and I don't like that kind of feeling, to be honest. That's why I mean, like I'll try my best to be interactive as well. But yeah, I mean, like to be put in the spotlight for 1 hour and nobody would ask question and nobody gets interested, then
And
yeah, it's gonna be humiliating, you know. What do you think?
On behalf of
You need to help me here as well. Like, I mean, I'll try my best to make my PPT as attractive and interactive as possible, but at the same time, I mean, I cannot do it alone. Like, people over there, they need to help me with like getting like attention from the audience. So
Yeah.
okay, I okay. One more. Sorry. One more question. Like, who are gonna be the audience? Is it more like student talk, or is it more like? I mean, like you also invite professionals, because I mean, I was so surprised that
more
I was.
student oriented, doctor. Student. Our
Right.
target participant is actually the in-house student itself. And also,
Uh-huh.
if you know the Bachelor of Halal Management in IRK, they open a new course, right? The
Okay.
Bahim.
All right. If that's the case, probably because I was so surprised that I was approached by some halal professionals about this. So, where did they actually get this information? So, I don't know, because like I'm just afraid that some people would expect more from this talk. Yeah, I mean, when you blasted this, where did you blast it? Because I was so shocked that I got like approached by quite a few halal professionals.
Perhaps they got the message by postgraduate
Lecturer.
student society in HUT. If actually I approached you after I get your contact by Sister Ahda, the president of INHAT PGSS. So I also asked her help to spread it among the INHAT students. So I suppose that the professional gets it from there, maybe, perhaps. Because
Okay,
so far
then,
I only asked her help on that.
Okay, sure. Yeah, the reason why I was asking that, because I was like approached by some professionals, so I'm a little bit worried, like if there will be like some kind of, I don't know, like miscommunication, or some kind of, how do we call that? Like they would have some kind of expectation. Yeah, because if I'm gonna present to students, maybe it's gonna be a little bit more. I'm gonna tone it down a bit, like instead of like trying to be a little bit like over the top. But yeah, but like to talk in 1 hour, I think it's gonna take like so many PPT slides, like at least 20. So yeah, I don't know, because like 1 hour is like a long talk, and if if like most of the questions would be like how do we get into halal industry, probably I don't have that kind of answer, but like I'm more like a technical person here than like someone who would have like answers to a human resource type of question. So we need to probably synergize a bit when it comes to the expectation.
Okay.
Maybe I'll share you the PPT right now. And I mean, like, I'm not going to present that, but I'm going to show you. So like, let's see how it goes. And if this is actually appropriate, or I need to tone it down, or I need to add something. Can I do that now?
Yeah, sure. And also one more thing, Doctor, for your information. On behalf of our committee, we will also provide some backup question. If our participant is too inactive to ask question, then our backup question will be the one that will be channel in the chat box.
All right, I appreciate that.
Yeah. And then in case your concern just is about the response of you expect the two-way communication, right, between you and the participants.
Yeah, because it's 1 hour.
Yeah. On that, I think our committee, if there's no participant to interact, to respond, to open the mic to respond to your question, our committee will be there, inshallah.
All right, cool.
Yeah. So far, that's I think on behalf of us, that's the only thing we can do to hide the talk.
Sure. Thank you so much. Because I mean, like, the problem is this. Like, it could be my fault myself. Like, maybe I'm boring. I mean, maybe the way I present it, like, nobody is interested. But I'll try my best to get everybody involved, like, as much as possible. So that's why, like, we have this talk and we have, like, this rehearsal, and I would like us to be on the same page and make sure that we get this right. And like, we have, like, some strategy in case that something doesn't go our way. Yeah, but all in all, it's cool. It's just I'm a little bit worried with, like, the time allocation. And to be honest, like, nobody presents like a one hour. I mean, unless, like, they're, like, super like a super interactive, which I'm probably not. That's why I'm a little bit worried about that. Unless, like, I get help.
For that 1 hour, Doctor, it's actually the maximum time we put on the to the speaker. But
okay.
But also, if you want to end it early, then it's also possible, actually, because series there's also a speaker who end their talk early, lower than around 40 minutes only.
Okay. Got it then. Yeah, I mean, I haven't calculated the time for my PPT, so I wouldn't know, like, how much time I'm gonna spend for that. Yeah. I don't have time for that. That's why I'm sorry. But yeah, it should be around 30 to 40 minutes maximum. Probably not gonna be 1 hour, unless like some people ask questions and we get things a little bit heated up and more interesting. Then yeah, it could be 1 hour. But like, if I do it myself, maximum like 30 to 40 minutes. So that's what I'm gonna say.
Before this, during the early time for the talk, actually we put it just 30 minutes to the speaker, and then around 10 or 20 minutes more for the Q&A session. But from series to series, our speaker, we can see our speaker is keen to talk a lot, actually. So we adjust it a bit to we put it 1 hour for the speaker to talk. So it's around 30 or 40 minutes, 30 or 1 hour. Okay. It's okay for you. It's actually.
All right then. It shouldn't be an issue. I just like shared my concern, and like in case you have like some solutions, or in case you can help them. So like, all in all, like, I have no problems, but like, I had to say what I needed to say. So that's the thing. Thank you for listening.
Yeah. Okay, and we take note all your concerns, Doctor, and we will act promptly. So
thank you so much.
That's all of your concern, right? And your suggestion.
Yeah. I suppose so.
Okay, thank you, Doctor, for your opinion. And then, Doctor, you said to me that at 9:30 you have you off, right? Should be off.
Like more like I need to go to the mosque, but like it's at like 5. That's why I'm giving you like 9:30, because sometimes the meeting gets carried away. But I still have time until 10. 10ish, like 9:45 or what is it, 9:50, just in case you have more questions or you have something to talk about. I'm good. Like
Yeah. Because to do the roundtable with the committee to ask about if there is any concern from them to us. So okay. So I would like to start with Brother Maisan, if you have any more concern or you have any suggestion about the rehearsal just now.
No, I think it's all good.
Yeah, and okay, and for the special task, please take note on the time that you need to spread the attendance form, the recruitment link, and also the background message in the chat box. Yeah, Brother Mason, please take note. Okay, and then I would like to ask Brother Nabil, any concern?
No, I'm okay.
Okay, thank you. And then Shabil. Shabil.
Okay.
Okay. So please take note on the change of your task during the event. There's no YouTube live, just record the session. Okay. And then Sister Fahana.
Assalamualaikum, Doctor. I want to suggest about the question and answer session. Maybe my suggestion is just suggestion. Maybe after 5 slides, you talk, and then you can interact with the participant if they have questions. Sometimes about halal talk is about issue that is very interesting. So maybe there will be a question. If not, our committee will help. Our committee will support. Maybe they have questions. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean that's usually what I will do. But I mean, you are aware that sometimes with the students, it's gonna be like a crickets all night long sometimes. So that's why I shared with you my concern. But all in all, anyway, it's okay. I was just a little bit worried about 1 hour time of presenting this. Yeah. But thank you so much, Farhana, for your suggestion.
Yeah. Thank you.
Okay. Sister Zal. Is there any comment? Okay. And then Sister Fatin. Sister Fatin, is there any comment? Okay, nothing. And then lastly, second last, Brother Bukhari.
Nothing.
Nothing, lastly, Sister Hasriza, our MC.
So far, no. No question.
Okay, for all clear. Okay. So I take it as I think our result is achieve the objective, and we can already see how the flow will go. So I think for tonight, that's all for our result, and don't forget about our event. Will on air on this Saturday at 11 a.m. everyone. So I think that's all for our result. If there's nothing more, I suppose. Okay. So thank you again for all the committees for your time to attend the research, and also especially thanks to Dr. Firdaus for your time, also for joining our research. Yeah. So I think that's all for tonight. So I think we can close with tasbih kifarat and surah al-Asr.
Sure. Thank you.
Okay. Okay. Thank you everyone for joining. See you on Saturday, inshallah. Okay, you may disperse. Alhamdulillah, speaker dah keluar. Penat aku cakap. Nabil, Omar, Nabil. I'm
Bisa
sorry.
itu tak meeting ke dengan ni speaker?
Nak ni sekali tu tapi macam speaker macam seolah-olah dah faham. Macam dah tak ada apa-apa tu. Macam assume dah tu lah.
Tak faham.
Sebab hari tu macam apa, before the first time I approach the speaker, we had a call actually between me and the speaker. So I already explained everything to him, and is to understand actually. So that's why I think there's no need to meeting with the speaker.